Hi, my name is Tanya, and welcome to your Advanced Core Strength program. This program is designed to take your core fitness, strength, and stability to a higher level. It will also help improve your balance and coordination. It will enhance your sporting performance and reduce the risk of future injuries. It is fun, easy to follow, and you can progress at your own pace. But best of all, you can do this in the privacy and comfort of your own home. So what are your core muscles? The core consists of muscles from the abdomen, back, and the buttock region. These core muscles support you in all your everyday activities and when you play sport. Your spine provides the supporting framework for the trunk of your body. Attached to this frame is a complex system of nerves, muscles, and ligaments that increase its strength and stability. Most of us are familiar with the six-pack muscles known as the rectus abdominis. When we do sit-ups, they are the muscles that we are strengthening. When we do sit-ups to the side, we strengthen the oblique muscles. However, underlying all of this and not visible to the eye is a very deep muscle called the transversus abdominis. This is one of the key components of your core muscle group. You can't see your core muscles, but you can feel them. Place 2 fingers in front of your hip. Turn your head to the side and cough. You'll feel firmness press up against your fingers. That muscle is your transversus abdominis. Our core stability muscles help to improve our balance, stability, and our posture. Before we start, let me tell you a bit about the program itself. We'll begin with some exercises and then finish with some stretches. But remember, it's essential to do your stretches at the end of the exercise to improve and maintain your flexibility. These exercises can be done every day or at least 3 times a week. Keep a slow, steady pace and stop at any sign of pain. Remember, strength training can take up to 6 weeks to begin to see the results. So the sooner you start, the sooner you will see improvement. Are you ready? Let's begin. This exercise is called the abdominal stabilization with the leg lift. This again will teach us how to contract our deep abdominal muscles while moving the legs, which helps stabilize the spine during walking. Lying on your back with your knees bent. Again, take your hand, place gently under the small of your low back. Now perform the abdominal stabilization, drawing the navel into the spine and hold. Maintaining this position, we will now perform a leg lift. Using the abdominal muscles, draw one leg gently up and slowly lower down. Perform again on the other leg. Using the abdominal muscles, draw the leg up and release down. You may wish to try with the hand by the side. Maintain the abdominal contraction, draw the navel into the spine, and draw the leg up towards the body and release. Again, lift and release. Now try the same exercise with the leg extended. Straighten the lower leg, maintain the abdominal stabilization. Again, using the abdominal muscles, raise the leg just so that both knees are parallel and slowly lower down. And one more time, draw the leg up, hold, and release down. Now try on the other leg. Extend the leg, draw the navel into the spine, ensure stabilization. Now lift the leg up slowly and release down. And again, Slowly draw the leg up, breathing normally, and lower down. Draw the knee back into finish, and have a rest. This exercise is called bridging with the leg raise. This helps to strengthen the muscles of the deep abdominal area, the low back, and the hips, as well as improving our balance. Lying on the floor with the knees bent, we will perform the bridge to start off. Stabilize through the abdominals, push through the heel of the foot, raise the hips towards the ceiling, and hold. We will now extend one leg, maintaining the elevation of the hips. Extend one leg, balance, and hold. Release. Perform on the other side, keeping the hips elevated and stable. Extend one leg and hold. Make sure not to lift the leg too high to keep the knees parallel. Release the leg and slowly lower to the floor. Again, perform the bridge, pushing up through the hips and hold. Stabilize through the abdominals and extend one leg and balance. Release. Perform on the opposite side, maintaining the stabilization, pushing through the heel of the foot. Release and lower down. Try again. Peel the spine off the floor, holding the bridge. Relax the shoulders, extend one leg and hold. Release down and on the other side. Extend one leg up and hold. Slowly lower down to the floor. And we'll try one final time. Perform the bridge. Peel the spine off the floor and hold, maintaining the abdominal brace. Extend one leg. Breathe normally and hold. Release and perform on the other side. Extend one leg out, maintaining the stabilization, and hold. Release down, slowly lower down to the floor, and relax. This exercise is called the abdominal stabilization curl. This helps to strengthen the muscles of the entire abdominal area, including the deep abdominal muscles, as well as the rectus abdominis, otherwise known as the six-pack. It is important to strengthen these muscles to help reduce the strain in the low back during our daily activities. Lying on the floor with the knees bent and the abdominals stabilized, gently cross the hands in front of the chest, and we will now perform a curl up. Push the tongue on the roof of your mouth to assist in relaxing the neck muscles, and slowly curl up. Tuck the chin in and hold. Go as high as you comfortably can and release. And again, tuck the chin in, peel the spine off the floor, and hold. slowly release down. You can place one hand on the tummy to feel the abdominal contraction. And again, tuck the chin in and lift. Feel for the contraction and gently release. A few more. Tongue on the roof of the mouth and curl up as high as you comfortably can and release down. And again. Feel the contraction in the abdominals throughout the exercise. Let's try one more. Lifting up. And gently release down. And relax. Now we're going to add a twist to the side. Curling up and bring the shoulder towards the opposite knee and release back down. Again to the other side. Curling up, draw the shoulder to the opposite knee and release down. Try again. Peel the spine off the floor and hold. Gently release, keeping the tongue firmly pressed on the roof of the mouth. And other side. And release down. Feel the contraction along the sides of the body. Again, drawing up. And release. And one more to the other side. Slight twist at the top. Release down. And relax. This exercise is called the opposite arm leg raise. This helps in strengthening the muscles that stabilize the spine. On the floor, in a 4-point kneeling position, we will now perform the alternate arm leg raise. Extend one leg up so that it's parallel with the spine and extend the opposite arm. Balance. Stabilize through the abdominals and hold. Release and the opposite side. Lift one leg, balance, and lift the opposite arm and hold. Maintain the stabilization and breathe normally. Release down. Again, lift the leg, lift the opposite arm. Keep the spine nice and long. Release. Again, opposite side. Extend the leg. Lift the arm and balance. Releasing down. Again, lift the leg. Not too high. Extend the arm. The body should be long and flat. Other side. Lift up, balance, and hold. Release down. One more time each side. Extend the leg out. Lift. Focus on stabilizing through the abdominals. Last time, other side. Leg up. Hold and balance. Release down and relax. This exercise is called the hover. This will help strengthen the muscles of our low back, our deep abdominal muscles, as well as improving our upper body strength. Lying on your tummy with the elbows bent at 90 degrees, the shoulder and elbow in alignment. We will now lift the hips off the floor, keeping the knees on the floor, and hold this position. Feel the contraction in the abdominals and the low back. Slowly lower down. And again, lifting up, leaving the knees on the floor. Gently lift the hips off the floor, not too high, to maintain the body in a long, straight position. Feel the contraction through the torso and hold. Slowly lower down. Try again. Knees bent, lift the hips up and hold. Lower down. One more time. Lifting up the hips. Feel the contraction in the low back and the abdominals and hold. And lower down to the floor. Now let's try level 2 of the hover. Maintaining the same position, we will now lift the hips and the knees off the floor. Balancing on the feet, keep the body in a long, neutral alignment, not lifting the hips too high off the floor, but maintaining a straight position. And gently release. Good. Try again. Pushing up through the elbows, balancing on the toes, contracting through the abdominals and the low back. Hold this position and breathe normally. Gently lower down. Try again. Pushing up, bracing through the abdominals. Ensure that you're performing the stabilization and hold. Breathe normally and gently release. And we'll try one more time. Pushing up through the elbows, nice and tight through the core, and hold. Slowly release, lower the body down, and relax. This exercise is called the side hover. This helps to strengthen an important muscle in the low back called the quadratus lumborum. There are 2 levels to this exercise. We'll begin with level 1. Lying on your side with the knees bent, body in one long line. Shoulder and elbow in correct alignment. Using one hand if you wish, push yourself up, lifting the hips and arm by the side. Maintain this braced position and hold. Stabilizing the abdominals throughout. Release down and try again. Lift the hips up and hold. Feel the contraction in the muscle on the lower part of the side. Release down and try again. Pushing up through the elbow and hold. Try and keep the neck relaxed. Good. And release. Now let's try level 2. Same position for the upper body, but we're going to extend the legs. Again, the body is nice and long. Using the one hand for support, place the hand in front, lift the hips up, and hold. Again, feel the contraction in the lower part of the side. And release down. Try again. Using the hand for assistance, push yourself up and hold. Make sure the elbow and shoulder are in the straight position. Release down. We'll try one more time. Pushing up, brace, and hold. Stabilizing throughout, keep the body nice and long. And release down, and relax. Now let's try on the other side. Again, keep the shoulder and elbow in alignment, nice long body, knees are bent. Hand down for support to begin, push off, and hold. Breathe normally, stabilizing through the abdominals. Release down. Try it again. Lifting up with the hips and hold. Remember to stabilize and keep the neck relaxed. Release down. Try again, one more time. Lifting up and hold. Release down. Now let's try level 2. On the same side, extend the legs. Maintain the body in a nice long line. Using the hand for support, place in front and pushing up and hold. Stabilize. Feel the contraction in the side of the body. Release down. Good. And again, you may use the hand for support if you wish, pushing up, extend the arm, and hold. Maintain normal breathing. Release down. Let's try one more time on this side. Hand in front, pushing up, maintaining strong throughout the core of the body, and hold. Release down and relax. This exercise is called the chest raise. This helps to strengthen the muscles of our upper back and lower back to help improve our posture. Lying comfortably on the floor, on your tummy, with the elbows and wrists extended 90 degrees, with the neck in a neutral position, we are going to lift the elbows off the floor and draw the elbows back towards the feet and lifting the chest slightly off the ground, holding this contraction. Feel the muscles in the upper back and the lower back contracting. Release. And again, draw the elbows up, back towards the feet, lift the chest off the floor and hold. Release down. Lift again. Elbows up. Draw them back. Lift the chest off gently. Keep the neck relaxed and in a neutral position. Release down. A few more. Drawing the elbows up and back. Gently lift the chest. Breathe normally and hold. Release down. And the last time, lifting the elbows up, draw them back down, raising the chest, relax the neck and hold. Release down and relax. Let's perform some strengthening exercises for the muscles of the neck. We will do isometric exercises using our hands for resistance. Sitting comfortably, nice and tall, take 2 fingers and place them just on front of the forehead. Now, tilt the neck forward slightly and apply resistance with the hands and hold. And release. One more time. Tilting forward and pressing gently against the forehead and hold. Good. And release. Now let's perform that using the muscles of the back of the neck. Again, 2 fingers placed gently in the back of the head. Now, slowly extend the head back and resist the movement with your fingers and hold. Feel for contraction in the muscles of the neck. Release. One more time. Apply pressure, tilt the neck back, and feel for the contraction of the muscles in the neck. And release. Now we're going to perform the same exercises, working the muscles along the side of the neck. Again, 2 fingers, lightly resting on the side of the head, and tilt the neck slightly to the side, applying resistance with the fingers, just until you feel a contraction. Release. One more time on this side. Next to the side, and apply the pressure. And release. Let's finish off with the other side. Again, 2 fingers lightly resting on the side of the head, tilting the neck to the side, apply resistance with the fingers, and hold. Remember to keep your abdominal stabilization switched on. Release. And last time, to the side, and resist. Release down and relax. This exercise is called the wall squat. This will help strengthen the muscles of the legs. So in activities such as lifting, it will reduce the strain in the low back. Standing against a wall, feet shoulder width apart, stabilized through the abdominals, hands relaxed. Now, slowly slide down against the wall, keeping the weight in the heel of the foot, maximum only to 90 degrees at the knees and the hips. Once you've reached this position, slowly rise by pushing through the heel of the foot. Try again. Slide down the wall and hold. Ensure that the knee does not go past the toe. Stabilize and lift, pushing through the heel of the foot. Try it again. Slide down. Relax the upper body and hold. Slide back up. Feel the contraction in the legs. And again, slowly slide down. Ensure that the knees and hips are no greater than 90 degrees and slide back up. Good, we'll try that one more time. Nice and tall, sliding down and hold. Rising back up and relax. Good work. that you've completed the advanced exercises, let's perform some stretches. Lying comfortably on the floor with the knees bent, gently draw one knee into the chest, stretching through the low back, and hold. Gently release, and on the other side. Slowly draw the knee into the chest and hold. Remember to hold the stretches for at least 10 seconds. And release. Now, hands relaxed on the floor. Gently let the knees drop to one side. Keep the neck neutral to the ceiling. And release as far as you comfortably can, holding the final position. Now, draw the knees back up to center using the abdominals and repeat on the other side. Relax the hips over just to where you're comfortable, feeling a stretch through the low back. Hold the final position and breathe normally. Again, contracting through the abdominals, draw the knees back up to center and relax. Now for the hamstring stretch. Straighten the leg, draw the leg into the chest, hands relaxed, grabbing gently behind the thigh, ensuring that the shoulders are relaxed on the floor, and hold. Gently release and try on the other side. Straighten the leg as comfortable as possible. Draw the leg into the chest, hands relaxed by the thigh. Relax the shoulders and gently pull towards you. You should feel a light stretch behind the thigh in the hamstring muscle. And relax down. In a 4-point kneeling position, with the tummy tucked in and the neck relaxed, draw the spine up towards the ceiling, curving the low back like an angry cat, and hold this position. Good. Gently relax down. Now, slowly sitting back towards the heel of the foot. Leave the hands where they are and let the chest draw down to the floor, again stretching out the low back. And slowly walk the hands in and relax. Take one ear and bring down towards the shoulder. Gently push away with the opposite shoulder and feel a stretch along the side of the neck. Remember to hold the stretch for a minimum of 10 seconds. And gently release back to center and on the other side. Draw the ear down towards the shoulder, push the opposite shoulder away and feel the stretch along the side of the neck. Gently bring the neck back up to center and relax. Now we'll perform some stretches for the quadricep muscles of the legs. Have a chair if you need for balance. Gently grasp the ankle, drawing the heel up towards the back of the leg and hold, feeling a stretch along the front of the thigh. And gently release. Perform on the opposite leg. Grabbing by the ankle, draw the heel up towards the back of the leg, standing nice and tall, and hold. And release down. Now, if you have difficulty performing that stretch, you may use a towel for assistance. Holding onto the chair for balance, use the towel to draw the heel up towards the back of the leg. And remember to hold the stretch for at least 10 seconds. And release, and perform on the opposite leg. With the towel wrapped around the lower part of the leg, draw the heel up towards the back of the leg and hold. And release. This stretch is for the muscles of the upper back. Clasping your hands together, lifting the hands forward, extend the shoulder blades forward, rounding out through the upper back, feeling a stretch between the shoulder blades. Breathe normally and hold. Gently release. Now we'll perform a stretch for the muscles of the chest. Raising the hands up, keeping the thumbs pointing towards the ceiling. Draw the arms nice and wide until you feel a comfortable stretch in front of the shoulders and the chest. Breathe normally and hold this position. Good. Gently relax the arms down and rest. This concludes your exercise and stretch program. Remember, for maximum benefits, perform the program at least 3 times a week. Here are some tips for correct posture in your daily activities, such as sitting, standing, sleeping, and lifting. This is very important because most back and neck injuries occur due to poor posture. Here are some correct postural tips for standing. Standing with the feet shoulder width apart. Keep the weight balanced between the heel of the foot and the ball of the foot. Keep the knees slightly bent just a little. Stabilize through the abdominals to avoid a sway back posture. Stabilizing throughout. With the chest bone, lift up on a 45-degree angle, straight up into the corner. Draw the shoulders back and down to help relax the muscles of the upper neck, and draw the chin in slightly to relax the muscles of the neck as well. This is a neutral standing posture. Now here are some tips for lifting. If we wish to lift an object, what we don't want to do is bend forward, straining the low back, and lifting up. That's how most injuries occur. This is the correct lifting procedure. Stabilize through the abdominals. Lower the body down to the ground. Grab the object, drawing as close to you as possible. Use the strength in the legs to raise yourself and the object up, stabilizing throughout, keeping the object as close to you as possible at all times. When displacing the object, make sure you move your feet to prevent any excessive twisting. Let the feet move with the object and then place it down. Here are some postural tips for sitting. Sitting in a chair with the feet flat on the floor. If the feet do not reach the floor, have a footrest under the feet to elevate them. The knees should be at 90 degrees and the hips should be at 90 degrees. You may need to adjust your chair to achieve these correct angles. Sitting in the chair, stabilizing through the abdominals so that is nice and contracted. Shoulders should be back and pressing down, resting on the backrest. Sitting upright so that the seat is approximately 90 degrees. Again, chin slightly tucked in. These tips are important for activities such as driving, studying, or doing computer work. When doing computer work, also ensure that the elbow is at a 90-degree angle when performing activities on the keyboard. Now, for some postural tips while sleeping. The best sleeping posture is to lie on your side. Ensure you have the correct pillow size so it enables the spine to be in a neutral position while lying on your side. Gently relax down, rest the head on the pillow, have the pillow free of the shoulder, knees bent and hands relaxed. If you wish, you may put a second cushion between the knees for extra support, such as this. Another option is to lie on your back. You may wish to place a pillow under your knees for support. Sleeping on your stomach should generally be avoided as it will lead to incorrect neck posture.